Ah, that sucks. Well, my runs have been about the same. My nutsack has been kicked up and down the street. Yeah, sounds about right. I too generally don't invest in vigor. Putting points into HP? It sounds like a scam. Yeah, I know you're excited for that. Exactly. Hey, another one that's not up to standards. Let's run it anyway. In theory, yes. Hey, Brim, if Jeremy was a Pokemon, would he be a Fuecoco, a Wooper, or a Mudkip? Also, this stat growth is fucking awful. It's just sugar canes. Head empty looking ass. Mr. High Spirits. How was the Dark Prince? I was kind of lurking. That game looks pretty cute. Welcome, welcome, friends. If y'all don't know HS, very, very wonderful streamer who's dedicated a lot of time and energy to the speedrun community. Most known for a lot of Dragon Quest games, a lot of Trails of games. Christ. Help me. There we go. But welcome in, friends. If you don't know me, I'm Kios. This is Pokemon Infinite Fusion. It's been very mean to me tonight so far, but we'll see what we can get going with it. It is basically what happens if you take all the Pokemon games and Pokemon and smash them together. Hey Flan, thanks for 16 months. Hopefully you've been well. Definitely get a shout out for High Spirits, please. Yeah, that's the is that game new or newer? I literally just saw an ad for it today. DQ Monsters has been around for a while, but I think the Dark Prince is the new game sniper early. Looks like low base HP, but we'll be okay. You know you have to have a license for that, right? Yeah, welcome in, friends. Definitely get yourselves comfy. I'm just trying to get some runs going. After this, we do have something I've been trying out that I've found mildly entertaining. I've been referring to it as 5 Cent Friday, not to be confused and legally distinct from 5 Cent Sunday. If you're old enough to get that reference, you'll fit in fine. But we're doing crowd control games with pretty much like 99% of the effects at 5 cents. Give me your Magikarp. Alright, so I need to get up to 13 here. At some point in the next couple of days, I have to record like a run of this where I'm not swearing like an angry sailor constantly. I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but I don't know. If we have another particularly rough night of runs, I just might go for it that way. You know, you really could have just not used that attack, in all honesty. I might have to triple fight Robbie, which Nope, I'm gonna accidentally overstep and lose the run. I got really lucky with a crit. HP is still on the low side, but it should be pretty alright. Extra length out of that repel, very nice. So I just gotta get through this fight, looking pretty okay. That should one-shot. Our attack is where I need it to be. Our speed is a little on the low side, so I'm just gonna have to be leery of Genwhack and Pontus Pawn. There's 16. This should be 2-shot. Beautiful. Spear Tomp, we're gonna put Mud Shot over Mud Slap because it's just better. Should be good. 8:45 entrance. Yeah, we're on halfway decent pace here. So hopefully, we just have to fight one Pokemon here, and hopefully it doesn't have Levitate, because that means we can just Mud Shot, which is great. There's like a 50-50 chance it has Levitate and it's immune to ground attacks. So we're gonna say goodbye to Spear Tomp for a minute. Well, for the rest of the run, we don't need Spear Tomp. We're gonna swap this around to my Godless Abomination, Marshrow. There we go. Grab our fossil. Leave Mount Moon, we gotta go fight our rival, who is named B. Heal up and set our checkpoint first. Should be a pretty easy fight. I don't think a crit is very likely. I would like to see a crit on the second Rock Tomb if possible. Crit would have turned this into a 1 round. You know what? Just heal. Trying to hold on to that revive. They've been awful, Phantar. I mean, awful doesn't even really begin to describe how bad they've been. But, you know, it is what it is. How's your day going, my guy? Alright, rival taken care of. It's time for Nugget Bridge. We just kind of roll right through this. Super bad, my guy. Super bad. He's pretty good? Oh, yeah. Alright, level 20. That's going to let us evolve, which will help with the HP issue. We're still on the lower side, unfortunately, but we have our Marshrow now. Yeah, I got woken up at like 7:30 this morning, which is like a bit earlier than I wake up, because there was a massive 4-alarm fire a few miles away and it smelled like burning. Between that and the cat making biscuits on my chest. Yay, lucky mudshot. Yeah, this one wasn't in our neighborhood though. It was like the city section over. A little bit limp on the damage there. Boo, status effects. Yeah, it was very big and very bad. There you go. Alright, so we're gonna hit 22 while we're out here, probably against the last possible fight. And that will give us a chance to learn, I think, Mud Slap, or Mud Bomb. We don't want it. No thank you to the Mud Bomb. And we're just gonna... you know what? It doesn't matter at this point. I have no fights and I have to debugger after this. We'll go talk to Bill. Bill's on that weird xenomorph kick. It's okay. I appreciate the commitment. Got my SS ticket. Debugger back to town, which gives us the full heal. And now it's time to take on Misty. Grab our boy's fresh water, my hydro homie. And because everything is water ground, it is weak to flying. Just smash right through it. The only thing to look out here is Confuse on Water Pulse and Disable. Sing looks like it missed, which is nice. Should one-shot, good job. No to Assurance, we don't need any dark-based attacks. But that is all done. Now we get to go to my least favorite place, Vermilion. It is mainly awful because the boss fight there is just awful. It's just... experience looks good. Health looks not terrible either. I'm gonna mess up and miss my full restore there that I grabbed because this game is rude. Take this guy. A little bit of a Rock Tomb action, and then some aerial ace. Make our way over to the SS Anne. Get my heal on, and now we're just gonna run and get the key. We're gonna have to take one mandatory encounter here. It's this guy. Again, the only thing we really need to worry about is Water Pulse hitting us with the Confuse. We got a Water Pulse, but no Confuse. Well, sounds like you have some centrally located pirates. Alright, rival fight again. Same as last time. That poison sting is rough. We're gonna walk away from it, thankfully. Unfortunately, this means we're gonna have to rest in bed. Clean fight, though. Slow because of extra encounters. Thanks for the cut. And because we want to keep our warp point back at Misty, I'm gonna just run back here. We're gonna talk to this guy for the bike voucher because we have seen just enough Pokemon. He'll give it to us. That is an Ekans. Alright, so I'm gonna teach Cut to our Rattata combo there. And then we are going to take our Marshtomp and swap it into a Marshrow into a Fear Tomp. Surge is still electric, mainly, so Ground does a better job at handling that. And now we get to play the game of cans. I'm just gonna reset cans. Yeah, for the Pokemon, and Curtis actually did the sprite for my character, and I love it. It's also like the only reason why I haven't updated the game. Very nice. It didn't take too long, but that was still very slow. Okay, two things we're looking for here. Everything is going to be weak to Mudshot, but okay, so that's a bit of a problem. My damage is a little bit too high, which means he still has a potion, I'm pretty sure. And it turns out it's not going to matter. We even got Light Screen, too. Okay, so we're just going to shake our head and walk away from it and pretend nothing happened. And we're going to debugger back to good old Cerulean. We're going to go to the bike dealership, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to take that. I have a couple of things to buy here at the Pokemart. I'm going to buy 4 Reversers, 10 Super Repels, 2 Revives, and I have just enough for an early Super Potion. Nice. Alright, so the main reason I did that timing-wise was I wanted to not have my Reversers and Splicers all over the place, but we're going to flop back to Marshrow. Because we do have some Goofy Goober fights coming up soon. 27, we do not need Agility. This also lets me know I'm actually like a smidge behind on experience. Got lucky and skipped that guy. We're gonna take the Hiker because I am low. Sturdy and Smackdown, bad combo. Alright, so we want to exit this cave at 29, and the goal is to keep my experience under 31 until we get to sewers. So we're going to do this cave in the dark. Getting Abra and having it learn Flash is time consuming, so just memorize the cave instead. It's faster. The other thing we're looking for here is once we hit 28, right now, we're going to learn Rock Slide, which is a much better version of Rock Tomb. It also hits multiple targets, and we're pretty much going to be using that pretty heavily from the rest of the run. One of these days, I'm just gonna run it. I'm just gonna straight run it. Make sure I use the super repel. I'm intentionally saving that repel for later because the movement timing works out perfectly for me. We got rid of the Jigglypuff in one shot, which is good as it likes to disable. And no one likes being disabled. Believe it or not, you can just run around those two. And then we have Shellpoke here. Have to keep an eye out for Confuse Ray. Sorry, Shelltongue. Clear is good. Icicle Spear always hits for way too many times. No misses. Excellent. And the big scary Pinchoke actually super weak to Aerial Ace. So 29.5 is looking pretty good here. Gonna go around this guy. Unfortunately, you're gonna get stuck with a rock encounter here. Grab this max potion because I need it. It's just trash to clutter my inventory. And now that we're in Lavender, I'm going to rest up there. And now we have the rival fight, which should be pretty straightforward. Water gun and then just spam rock slide. And hope that it one-shots everything. Okay, that's good. Use both your super potions. Oof. Damage was a little off. Okay, so now we just have to deal with Gyarados. That flinch is super important, and we're gonna get through it clean. Thank you. Very, very lucky. Alright, so we're gonna split off here. I'm gonna grab this elixir. We'll need all the ones that we can get our hands on. And we're gonna debugger. And then instead of doing anything with Lavender, we're actually gonna make our way over here to, I believe it's Celadon. They better get their bats swinging. Hidden here is my second full restore that I like to grab because I'm incredibly lucky with status ailments. We're gonna grab that big nugget. There's actually a collector right here in Celadon that will give us a very large amount of money for it. We're gonna visit this guy who tells you where your game is installed and steal the rare candy from his trash. And that big nugget I grabbed like less than 20 seconds ago gets traded in for 25,000 Pokebucks, whatever the currency is. I'm also going to sell this nugget, and then we're going to buy, I need 2 revives and 12 super potions, and then we got to go upstairs and get some incredibly important stuff here. 1x accuracy, 2 guard spec, 9x attack, and 3x speed. We'll be using those for quite a few of the upcoming boss fights. And we're gonna make a left here. Yeah, no, they need to swing the bats. We're gonna visit the guy who gave us the bike voucher. Now he's gonna give us fly, which is very important. And I am going to unsplice the Marshtomp Fearow combo. And I'm gonna teach Fearow fly. And then I have to swap these around a little bit. And then we're gonna actually fly back to Celadon. As wild as this seems, it is just faster to do it this way. And I'm gonna visit this house in particular. This lovely blue-haired girl gives me a super splicer, and we're gonna make the basically the main Pokemon for the rest of the run here. And that's our boy Magatomp. Plus attack, we'll go with that. We're just gonna keep Marshtomp's moveset. I do have a protein I picked up earlier, and then we're gonna rare candy this. That HP looks actually really good. I don't care about Flail. We're gonna evolve to the Gyaratomp, which is a boost. Mudshot is gonna replace Mud Bomb. Bite is gonna go over, I think, Foresight, and then Aqua Tail is gonna slide over Bide. And we have 103 HP, which is actually really nice. Our special attack is going to be low, but it's not that big of a deal. So next up, we're going to do the sewers with Giovanni and our friend Erica here, who's hella cute with her Tangela friend. I am going to use one of our super repels here. And thankfully, Rock Slide does a lot of damage. My goal is, there are two goals I generally keep here. I want to try and do Giovanni at level 32 just because it's a little bit safer stat-wise. The other thing is that normally means my HP is over 100, which means I can take a fully charged stockpile and spit up if I have to. The goal is to not. But it looks like we're on track to hit 32. We're getting incredibly close. Turn. You. I'm gonna grab this PP up. It's very important. It's actually one of like the most important items in the run. Flip the sewers again. We have really bad movement there. That is really dangerous. We're gonna get away with it, but really dangerous. That was not ideal. That's an incredibly unnecessary time loss. Well, we're definitely getting level 32 now. Alright, Erica and I are going to split up here. And we're just going to make our way through the pad maze. Wait for this guy to turn. And we'll fight this gentleman's Purbach. Should just be 2 mud shots and hopefully walk away. Ooh, that damage is a little low. You don't need Protect. 106 is really nice. I just have to try and take care of everything else. Fresh water. Okay, so this is Giovanni. This is a long setup, and a lot of silly things can happen here. Alright, so we're going to open with Guard Spec, so our stats don't get dunked. 1 attack, 1 speed, 2 speed. I'm actually going to take the time and use this max potion early. It's a little bit questionable, but we might be okay here. That stockpile sucks. I just need these Aqua Tails to hit. That's all I need. And we won the speed off with the Genghis Contour. Cool. So that's done. Self Scope acquired. We can get out of here. I just need to be careful that I'm down one of my main healing items. That's all. So back to Lavender Town. Our goal is, well, actually pretty much already met. Normally I'm looking for like level 35, 34, and like 106, 107 HP. We're already at 109. 34 will give us way over that, which is super handy. I'm going to use this fresh water to keep our health up. Dark types can really rip into us, unfortunately. Sucker Punch and Shadow Ball are pretty awful. And we're just going to make our... Whoa. Caught myself there. That was rough. Movement in this game is tremendously tight. Mean look, great first turn. There's 34. 113 is pretty good. That's should be good enough to survive 2 bone clubs if we have to. It should also be enough to cover us for Thrash. Safety save here, because sometimes this can just go wrong. It should just be 2 Aqua Tails, and then we're done. Yeah, so hey, that's why I saved. Because sometimes you can just miss twice. Unfortunately, that is a pretty large time loss. That is really unfortunate. Is what it is, though. No run is perfect. It's just not where I really wanted to lose time. The other thing is I also don't want to lose experience there, because that just makes the whole next section really awful. Okay, so our next trip is over to, oh my goodness, Vermilion. And now that I have the Poke Flute, I have to wake both of the Gengar to get them out of the way. I'm going to put the wrong input in there. That Repel from earlier is going to give us just enough movement that I can avoid all the fights in the tall grass. And next we're going to go to Celadon and grab this other Snorlax over here. I'm going to bump into everything first, though, just to, you know, check how sturdy it is. And because we have the bike, we can take the quick way down into a Saffron, or sorry, Fuchsia. Alright, so we have one quest to do, because it's very important for the rest of the run. I need to talk to this ninja karate dude here, and he's going to give us a quest to find that Chansey's owner. And they, unfortunately for them, are trapped and lost in the Safari Zone, which has no music because it just accident doesn't. And I'm going to smash some Super Repels here. So we have two goals here. The first one is to rescue the trainer. The other one is to get Surf. Oof, threading the needle there. Okay, we found the Chansey owner, and I'm going to go back in and grab Surf. Oops. There we go. The movement in this game is so incredibly tight. Alright, we're going to work our way around here, and if I did it right, perfect. Okay, we've finished our walk in the park. I'm going to turn in this quest. And that Chansey is going to give us a very important item. That is a lucky egg, which gives us a bunch more experience for whoever is holding it. And now our next goal is we need to get to 36 on our main to get the next evolutionary link. So I gotta take some fights here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take 3. Yeah, unfortunately, I gotta take 3 of them. This next one should be pretty easy, though. 2 Aqua Tails. It's the mandatory fight we have here that can get very sticky. And it's the second Pokemon we have to fight that can present more of an issue. Because we don't really have anything that it's super weak to. Ekbat is fine. We can just Rock Slide it with the chance for Flinch. Now we have to Mud Bomb Greebok, who has Sludge Wave and Fling, which, you know, inflicts poison pretty often. The one move that is generally worrying that it thankfully didn't use there is Minimize, which dramatically increases evasion. Are you kidding me? Ah, this kid's a jerk. Okay, that's fine. We'll live with it. And on the plus side, we'll have more experience. Okay, Koga is another pretty interesting setup. We're just gonna pray for no status ailments. We're gonna do 2 X attacks and 1 speed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a full restore here, so I'm gonna be limping by the time we get through this. We're gonna Rock Slide Venomer. Aqua Tail here on that bad boy. Beether, it's gonna be Rock Slide, and then 2 Aqua Tails on Chinook. It's a little risky, but we're gonna walk away from it. Not great, but we did it. All right, Debugger out, and we're still gonna be back in Lavender, which is good because I now need to take us across the way. I guess I'm just gonna snag some more random battles here, unfortunately. Nah, not necessarily a bad thing. Getting us to 39 would be pretty handy. 39 gets us Crunch, which is the improved version of Bite. It loses the ability for Flinch, but the extra damage is nice. Wow, the encounter rate is high. But yeah, the goal is to do Sylph Tower and hit 40. Hey, what's up, Draka? And we're gonna have a duel here. Thankfully, that worked out properly, and my entire party got wiped except for my main. Alright, gonna grab a hidden max revive here. Well, kind of hidden. And then we're gonna set our waypoint here and get everybody healed up. Because I'm 39, I literally only need 1 level, so we're definitely gonna kind of minimize who I'm working against. I'm gonna take this guy here. Should be Crunch Crunch, and then Aqua Tail. Beautiful. Grab the elixir there. Oh my goodness. And the old PP Max. Ride this back down to floor 5. And I gotta grab this key card here. That guy is probably gonna be our level 40 fight. Just because he's super simple. It's just 2 crunches. Alright, 40.5 looks good. Alright, we're gonna work our way up to floor 6 and free the hostages. We're gonna grab the Carbos and the rare candy. We need both of those here. While I'm sitting here, I'm going to actually use the PP up on Rock Slide and the Carbos there, and fresh water just to get us to where we need to be. And we're gonna go back down to floor 5. And it's time to go fight Rival. I'm gonna stop here really quick and grab this Hyper Potion. Because I had to use pretty much all of my healing stuff already. And we'll talk with this guy and we'll be like, nah, it's fine. We saved everybody we could, we promise. Safety save here, because it's going to be wild. Oh, that sucks. Alright, so this is another rough setup. 1, 2, 3. YOLO. Don't try that. That was so risky. I'm gonna hit us with the max potion, get us back up. Thank you for not spamming Thrash. We got 41 early. Taurus is gonna go Aqua Tail. And we're just gonna get so freaking lucky there. Rock Slide is enough to take through. No Hydro Pump for me. Starbra, I'm actually a little bit nervous about. I'm gonna hit the Super Potion here. Light screen does not matter. We're gonna hit 43. Perfect. All right, we have Giovanni again. And this is a rough fight because I really don't have control over anything but my own Pokemon. And you just basically hope you don't get double targeted and you try and get out of this as quickly as possible. So I immediately get damaged, which is not what I want to see. That is terrifying. So I have to use the Hyper Potion here, and I am just getting double teamed. My option is to continually spam Super Potions now. That is unfortunate. I need them to kill that, which again sucks. Like, I absolutely need all the experience I can get, so I have to do everything I can to stay alive here. I'm trying to avoid using that last. Please stop. Thank you. Just doing everything in my power to avoid using that last full restore, because I potentially need that against Blaine later. Come on. Dragon Dance absolutely is going to go over Mudshot. Dragon Dance is absolutely incredible. Okay, so we got to do something pretty darn important here. Not mess this up. I need to grab that Totodile. Now, this Totodile is very important because we give it this rare candy, and now it can learn Strength and Surf as a Croconaw, which we need because none of the Pokemon we have currently can actually learn that. And then we are going to reverse to good old Swampdos. It's going to ask if we want to learn Bite. The answer is no. I already have Crunch. And Debugger out of here. That was... we could have saved so much more time, but, like, I need to protect myself long-term in this run. We're going to go to Sabrina's gym here. I'm going to be a little slow on the controls there, but this should be pretty straightforward, considering it's a psychic gym. Everything's kind of weak to dark, so I can pretty much almost one-shot everything here. There we go. Looks good. We got 46, which is what I want to see. I'm going to toss a quick Super Potion here. And we should be able to just waltz right in here. Very simple. Now that we have Dragon Dance, it's going to be our setup buff. So Dragon Dance 1, Aqua Tail, Dragon Dance 2, Aqua Tail 2, and now we crunch our way through everything else. Happy Bite Day. We are out of here. So next we're going to take down Erica, who we avoided earlier. I'm just going to talk to this handsome fella here. He's going to teach me Ice Punch, and that's going to go over Crunch. Being as Erica has all the pretty plant Pokemon, they are all weak to the Ice Punch. I am going to make some horrible movement mistakes and lose any chance at a lead. On the plus side, it's a little bit extra experience, which I guess kind of helps, but still. And this should be Ice Punch, Ice Punch, Ice Punch, and then we're done. Yeah, it was a very unfortunate time loss. I do not want to learn Hurricane. Our next big level up we want to see is 51 for Earthquake. Alright, Debugger, we are out of here. And I'm going to fly to Pallet Town. We're going to do a little swimmy down to Cinnabar. Yeah, I'm going to get grabbed first, apparently, because that's what we're doing today. I see I have a little bit of water lag, unfortunately, is what it is. Set up shop there. And speaking of shop, I need 12 max repels for the rest of the run, as well as 12 hyper potions. Should be good enough. Now we're gonna go into the burned out building. I'm gonna walk out of it again because there's a little input lag. And we're gonna make our way through here as quickly as possible. Now, we don't want to interact with basically anyone here. Besides Blaine. Specifically this dude here. He is an absolute run killer. The way we're set up, we have no one to fight him with. So we'll say hi to Blaine. And we'll ship his happy ass back to his gym. I do not need any of that. We're going to play a little quiz show next. Raise your hand if you know the answers. I misclicked. It was supposed to be 16, so I am the big dumb idiot. I am actually like incredibly embarrassed by that because this is a massive time loss. I am just honestly going to straight debugger right now because I wasted 4 attacks of Aqua Tail. Nothing like a dropped input to ruin your run, right? So it's supposed to be 16. Nose pass, rock, ground poison, 6, none. All right, 2 dragon dances, no toxic, no burn, thank you, and then rock slide. Aqua Tail, thank you for no foul play. That attack will one-shot you. Oh, good. I somehow ended up confused. You've got to be kidding me. I guess that's a thing that can happen. Well, we're not going to PB, but I'm already here. Let's just finish the run and I'll have a decent recording, unfortunately. That was, just really bad luck. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I don't even know what got me the confused status. That's so weird. Oh well. Alright, we are going to debugger, and while we're in here, we're gonna DNA reverser. We're gonna swamp back to our boy Gyarapert. On the plus side, we are closer to 51 now. Didn't the Cyberpunk update drop quite a bit ago? And then I need a max repel here. And we're gonna make our way over. To the old island chain. Oh, I didn't want the super. That's fine. All right, but let's take this guy out. We should get close enough to 51, hopefully. I have to be very careful of how many rock slides I use. There we go. Rain Dance. Do not learn Rain Dance. Okay, let's go with Croconaw. Okay, so if Croconaw levels, it's not a big deal. I do need to revive Hero, though. But now that we have Earthquake, everything is going to be pretty darn smooth, and I should one-shot everything here. Unfortunately, I lost over a minute, so the chances of a PB happening requires basically a miracle. Golcon, again, everything here is going to be wildly weak to Earthquake, with the rare exception, one of them has Levitate. This Weezing should be pretty easy, though. Aqua Tail, and the Ledzing, same boat, there's 52. Flip that, and that's going to open the gate here so we can get all the way down. Ah! I got caught. That is unfortunate. It's fine. Again, everything's weak to Earthquake. It's just a time loss I didn't want. Yeah, this is just unfortunate. I'm trying to rush a little bit, but... Tis what tis. Right? That early feint attack. Sneak it in there. Steedoom, also weak to Earthquake. Hopefully no Levitate. It does have Levitate. That is awful. That's fine. That's our last fight. I do have a Lumberry that I held on to earlier for exactly that occasion. Hyper Potion, Elixir. PP Max, an Earthquake. It's not going to help with this fight, but that Carbos will. And we're going to fight Zapmokuno. It's a pretty interesting fight in terms of we're fighting... It's a 3v1, so we don't have time to buff. We just have to hope that we get lucky and hopefully get a flinch or two with minimal to no Roost or Tailwinds. All three of them also have... Okay, we got one flinch. Looks like a crit there, too. No Hyper Beam. That's totally fine. Bring the Fearow in. And Max Revive. Not bad. Not bad at all. Things can kind of go sideways there if you get, like, Roost spam or Tailwind. Like, to the point where it's honestly just better to reset 90% of the time. All right, these two silly goofy goobers are going to tell us we can go to the Sea Gallop Islands. I have no desire to go there. That's a different category. We are going to go back to Viridian, though. We're going to chase Giovanni into the darkness once more. And we're going to set our save there. Also, we need a heal. I don't need that. So we have some mandatory fights here. My Maro choke. No. Miss. We're going to get that early level 55, which isn't a bad thing, but not really necessary. Would you believe it? Everything here would be weak to what we got. Whoop, skip this third fight. Okay, so Giovanni can be a little bit prickly. It shouldn't be a big deal. But we do have a little bit of setup just to make it safer. His opening Ryas can use Sandstorm. And it can also use Bulldoze and Sleep. That Bulldoze is not only a lot of damage, but it also, unless we have the guard spec on, would have lowered our speed and special defense. So I just need Aqua Tail to keep hitting. And then Earthquake. So that's Giovanni done. And we can get the heck out of here. So, we're going to make our way to Victory Road. I'm almost going to get into what would have been the saddest fight you've ever witnessed. We have to fight the rival one more time. Unfortunately, he's still out for blood. We're going to take that X accuracy there. I'm unfortunately going to get hit with poison, which I don't want. We're going to Earth. Double Dragon Dance. And then just continue hitting weaknesses. And that's it for the rival fight. Now, I need to flip-flop back to our Swamp Dose. Look at that handsome devil. I'm going to get a very unfortunate encounter with like 2 steps. And we have this young gentleman who has a really cute Esrion. Unfortunately for him, it is in my way, so we are going to just push it out of the way. I'm going to set up this Max Repel here. Unfortunately for me, I've had the game running for a while, so I am getting a little bit of lag on watery and wet surfaces. Unfortunate, but that's like the last of it, we should see. I'm gonna grab this rare candy here. That'll be used as like a little leveling buffer once we get through this. And obviously I want to avoid pretty much every fight that I can. This girl has some very interesting stuff. Depending on what speed I have, it could be a problem. I just made a big mistake there, grabbing the wrong thing. That's fine. On the plus side, I did just buff myself, so not a big deal. Which probably gave me enough speed to get through that. Her Hound Tails can hit incredibly hard with foul play. And this is another interesting fight, the Venusaur. Venatoys. Unfortunately, Petal Blizzard hits really hard sometimes. Well, you know what? I guess I got the experience or whatever. Yo, what is up, Quaz? Big ups for the 75 months. Ooh, burn. Unfortunate. Well, we made 60. Yeah, I was on PB pace, and then just bad things happened, unfortunately. So I'm just going to turn this into like a submission video. I'm just going to jam myself full of full restores there. And now we have the puzzle of Victory Road. Yeah, unfortunately I made one mistake at Blaine. And it's whatever. I could have recovered from it. And then one of his Pokemon confused me. Like, I got hit with confusion and then damaged myself 4 turns in a row. So it is what it is. Anyway, again, as with the current theme and trend, we're going to avoid every trainer that we can while we work our way through these puzzles. Yeah, it's just unlucky, but hey, at least I'll have something that's like mildly clean for like a submission video that at least explains kind of what I'm doing, even if I didn't start doing that until about halfway into the run. Let me take this mandatory fight. Nah, the status ailment. Just gonna spam Earthquake. It will work good enough. Nice damage roll there. So this fella has quite the range, and then I just time this. Excellent. 2. And I'm just gonna run this all the way over. Hope this gentleman doesn't turn around. Hunt this rock down and over. Yeah. These lovely people are running at like Mach 1. This is gonna go up. And we are almost done with our rock pushing puzzle. That is the last guy we kind of have to avoid, but it's very tricky because of how he's positioned. Ooh, we're gonna get away with it.
Fucking thing sucks.
Well, somehow I still managed to lose time there. Okay, I have that rare candy. We're gonna be 61 headed into this. I'm gonna save through these. Normally I don't because running PB, but we got the Elite Four. Up first is Lorelei, and we're just gonna stack buffs here and just hopefully avoid status ailments like that. 3. I'm just gonna throw this on here now because I have to, unfortunately. 4. And now we can basically just slide through. Earthquake, Aqua Tail, everything else gets Rock Slide. That's unfortunate. 1 miss.
Fucking thing sucks.
Okay, very important here. I need to reverse her for Bruno. You will die if you do not. Now, I'm going to just heal us back up. Bruno can unfortunately be a bit of a troll because his Mavire can basically two-shot us. So I have to kind of read this one. Dragon Dance. Oh, I can survive it this time. Interesting. I'm just going to out-heal it. There's our Dragon Dance. Now, inevitably, he's going to get tired of this and either miss like he did there, or he'll withdraw. You know, what's up, Lemmy? I do not need to learn Hammer Arm, and we can Earthquake Mavire. Now, here's the tricky one. His Magnetics actually has Endure, so we have to kind of, like, chip shot it out. Alright. So, Agatha should, the keyword always, should be generally free. The only thing you really have to worry about is getting Confuse Ray. So we're gonna 1, 2, and this should be entirely free now, as long as we get no misses. The only move we can 100% rely on is Earthquake, because that one is 100% chance to hit. Everything else is 90 or 95. Okay, time for Lance. Lance can also be a little bit silly, because he has 2 Pokemon that know Outrage, and again, that's like in 2-shot territory. So I'm going to Dragon Dance 1. There's Outrage, and now I have to just basically heal until it misses or he swaps Pokemon, unfortunately. Okay. One of my favorite things is when an enemy Pokemon gets confused, it continues to just act like nothing's wrong. When your Pokemon gets confused, oh boy, man, it turns the trigger right on itself without hesitation. Alright. We'll Elixir here as we're all set up. And Champion, it should be easy. Making dinner? Nice. We're gonna set up 1, 2, 3. That was very risky, so I'm just gonna heal. And then just the same thing we've been doing every time through. Ooh, excuse you? There we go. And ta-da, we did it. Unfortunately, no such luck on the PB, but I think this is a pretty decent recording, at least, of like an average run. But there we go, a touch over an hour. Oh well. Anyway, at least we have a decent recording. So that'll be ready for submissions, I guess. Yeah, it was an okay run. It could have been much better. What's for dinner, Libby?